as a trader, there are certain concepts that you will need to understand and master very well. And one of which is how to count your pips. You need to know what the pip is and how to calculate your pips, because it's very important. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to calculate your pips. The first thing is, what is a pip in Forex trading? A pip is the percentage in points, and it is the smallest price movement in the exchange rate of a currency pair. The smallest price movement in the exchange rate of a currency pair. So a pip is a standardized unit that measures the change in value between two currencies, and is essential for calculating profit or loss in trading. So the reason why you should know about the pip count is to be able to ascertain your profit when trading, and at the same time, your loss while trading. So for currency pairs, major currency pairs, that means pairs with USD, a pip is the fourth decimal place in the currency pair. Let me put it this way. For currency pairs that uses four decimal numbers, four decimal points, a pip is the fourth decimal place. For example, let's say in Euro USD, if price moves from 1.1050 to 1.1051, that is one pip movement. Do you understand? If price moves from 1.1060 to 1.1061, that is one pip. So if price moves from 1.1050 to 1.1060, that is 10 pips. For currency pairs or for assets that has four decimal number placements. Now, there are some brokers, instead of using four decimal, they will use 5 decimal. What are you supposed to do in that situation? You strike out the last fifth decimal place. You strike out the fifth one. So you focus on the fourth one. One decimal number movement in the last decimal number, which is the fourth one, is one pip. Now, for currency pairs, like the JPY pairs, their own pip count may be different. Why? Because they don't use four decimal number placement. For JPY pairs, their decimal number is always 2 or sometimes 3, but we should focus on 2 because most brokers use 2. So on JPY pairs, you will see something like 130.50, 140.60. So they use 2 decimal number. Now, on JPY pairs, so for currency pairs involving the Japanese yen, the JPY, a pip, therefore, is the second decimal place. For example, if USD JPY moves from 130.50 to 130.51, that is 1 pip change. That is 1 pip count. So also, if some brokers are using 3 decimal place for JPY PS, you strike out the third one. You disregard the third one. This is why I always encourage that every one of us who is connected to me should use the same broker I am using, so that all the language I am speaking will be easy to understand. If I'm using a particular broker that is using a particular count,
incoming mail,
and then you are using another broker that is using a different count, there's going to be a problem understanding me clearly. This is very important. Now, on Xness, JPY PS uses the three decimal points. So what are we supposed to do? We strike out the third one. So let's say price moves from, for example, USD JPY. We are trading USD JPY, and price moves from 157.840 to 157.850. That is 1 pip, because we are disregarding the last number, the last third number. I hope this explanation is clear enough. In Euro USD, for example, Xness also uses 5 decimal number placements. So remember, we have to disregard the last one. Meaning that if price moves from 1.02448 to 1.02458, that is 1 pip, because the last number, we strike it out.
The pip count is very essential for calculating profit or loss in trading. So how do we use the pip count to calculate the profit and loss? Now, for example, when we are making use of the standard lot size, which is lot size 1.00, 100,000 units, standard lot size. 1 pip in standard lot size is $10. 1 pip is $10 in standard lot size. So 10 pips is $100. 20 pips, $200. 100 pips, $1,000. So that is why understanding the pip count is very, very important in trading. If you are using the mini lot size, which is 0.10, what that means is 1 pip is $1. 1 pip is $1. So 10 pips, $10. 100 pips, $100. So now, let's say you are now using 0.50. 1 pip is going to be $5. 10 pips is going to be $50. 100 pips is going to be $500. When you are using standard lot size 100 pips is $5,000. And you are using lot size 5. You are using lot size 5.0 in a standard lot size. 100 pips of, let's say, 5 is $5,000. So imagine that you open a trade with one standard lot size, 1.00, and then the trade goes as far as giving you 50 pips. What do you think the profit is going to be? $600. Now, let's say the trade goes against you, 20 pips. What do you think you'll be losing? $200. Now imagine that you are using lot size 5. That is standard lot size in 5 places. If you go 1 piece, it is going to give you $50 for 1 piece. 10 piece, that's $500. 100 piece is going to be $5,000. So imagine that the trade doesn't go in your favor, the trade goes against you. So 1 piece is going to be $50. 10 piece is going to be $500. 20 piece is going to be $1,000. So if you are using 0.01, 1 piece is 10 cents. 1 piece is 10 cents. So 10 piece is going to be $1. 100 piece is going to be $10. So do the math. If you are now using 0.05, 100 piece is going to be $50. 10 piece is going to be $5. 1 piece is going to be 50 cents. So that is how the piece is being used to calculate the profit and the loss that could come when we are trading. And this is why, as a trader, the stop loss is very important. And most of the time, the stop loss should be lesser, while the reward ratio should be bigger. So let's say we open a trade on Euro USD, for example. We open a trade on Euro USD, and then Euro USD moves from 1.0244 to, just a moment, let's say it moves from 1.0244 it moves from 1.0244 where it is now, and then it moves to 0.554. How many pips do you think we have? So minus 1.02 minus 1. Let me get my calculator. So I minus 1.0254 minus 1.0244. So I'm having a 10 pips movement in that. So let's say we use 0.01, which is the micro lot size. Now, trade moves in 10 points, 10 pips. Your profit will be just $1, just as you have it on the screen. Price moves from here to here, that is about 10 pips. So you will be getting $1. For the person who is using 0.10, the mini lot size, will be getting $10 for 10 pips movement. While the person who is using standard lot size 1 will be getting $100. That is the difference. So let's now say that the trade, okay, let me do something more practical here. Let's add something more practical. Let's say on this Euro USD, we pick a buy. And then the stop loss is this, just a moment. And then the take profit is this. So what we are having is reward ratio 1 to 3. That means if the trade doesn't buy and it goes on negative, it is 1%. But if the trade goes as predicted, that is 3%. The risk reward ratio is 1:3. So now, if I'm risking, this is why I love trading view so much. Trading view will help us, give us all the tools that we need to navigate, to do this with mathematics. Okay, now look at it. Now, this is 10 pips. The stop loss is 10 pips. Look at it here, 10 pips. Why the reward is about 30 pips? Look at it. 32 pips. The risk is 10 pips. Why the reward is 32 pips? So now, we open this trade, and then you have an account of $500. Let's say you have an account of $500. And then you decide to use lot size, the minimum lot size, which is 0.10. If this trade doesn't work, if this setup fails, what do you think is going to happen for 10 pips and you use 0.1? You will lose $10. But if this trade works perfectly well, you will gain $30. So calculate it. You have an account of $500, and then on one trade, you lose $10. If the setup fails, and then if the setup works, you get $30. So calculate the math. Are you able to reach $10 from your 500? If yes, I can still reach up to $50 from my 500. How many lot size do you think you should use on this trade? If you can still reach $50 from this trade, that means you'll be using 0.50. 0.50. So if the trade doesn't work, you lose $50, which is 10%. If the trade works, you get 150%, which is 30% on this setup. Now imagine that you now use lot size 1, which is the standard lot size. For this 10%, if the trade fails, you will lose $100. But if the trade works, you will gain almost $300. So are you ready to make such sacrifice? Are you ready to make such risk? Yes, the trade may work, but what about if it doesn't work? If it works, fine and good. You are almost doubling that trade per this trade. Just this one trade, you are almost doubling the account. But what if it doesn't work? Are you ready to bear $100? So how many times are you going to trade with that $500? If you use standard lot size for an account of $500, that means you are only trading 5 times if all the setup fails. So now this is where the problem lies with most traders. Trading is a journey. I know people who have been trading for 40 years, and they have built fortune. They are not struggling. They have built fortune. My mentor is an example, Jackson Fan. So you must see trading as a journey, not as a get rich quick thing. Yes, the opportunity is there, but you need to go slowly. So how do you deal with an account of $500 in such a way that it can always allow you make profit, good profit, and also in the days that the trade doesn't go well, it still keep you in the trade with profit as well, even in the midst of setup that doesn't work. Believe you me, if you have 100 setups, you will have 10, 15, 20 setups that did not work. That is for a very good trader. For a very, very good trader, you will still have 15, 20 setups that did not work. For a very good trader, you will have 15 to 20 sectors that is network. But do you know that a trader who doesn't have good psychology can wipe out all his accounts with those 15 living trades? While a very good trader would have made a lot of money, I mean a lot of money from the 75 trades that work, despite the trades that did not work. By the time he's doing the plus and minus, he's in profit. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have 10 sectors in 5 days, 10 trades in 5 days, and then your risk reward ratio is 1 to 3. Risk reward ratio is 1 to 3. So calculate with me. Let's say it's first trade. First trade, win. Second trade, win. Third trade, lose. Fourth trade, lose. Fifth trade, lose. Sixth trade, lose. Seventh trade, win. Eighth trade, lose. Ninth trade, lose. 10th trade, lose. Do you think this person will still be profitable? Do the math. Yes, this person will still be profitable. How many percent has he lost? 7%. How many percent has he gained? 3 times 3, that's 9. 9 minus 7, 2%. He's still having 2% profit. Now, let me now tell you, on the average, a trader who is good should have at least 6 winning trades out of 10. For every 10 trades, a good trader should have 6. Let's say it's even average 5. Let's say it is even average 5 out of every 10 trades. An average trader should have 5 winning trades. So it's losing 5. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 3, that's 15. 15 minus 5 is having 10% profit. Do you see the simple psychology? This is what many traders who are advertising trades, they don't teach. Let me also tell you, the best trader, the good trader, the winning trader, they don't advertise themselves online. I'm telling you. Most of these guys you see online, they are scammers. Most of these guys you see online, flaunting lifestyle, flamboyant lifestyle, they are not good traders. They are only making money off their victims.